Hey everybody, welcome back. We are here for some more LumiRank goodness, but this time it's going to be Ultimate Top 10. My name is Skip, with me
Humming B. Nice to meet you guys.
And?
You're at 98 from LumiRank.
Yep, so us two, we're here to kind of, spicing things up a little bit, kind of create the noise, the excitement, and then we got Stuart, who knows like pretty much the algorithm like
everything
backwards
about
and forwards, right?
Yeah, I mean, I made the thing, so I better know it by the back of my hand.
Oh,
He
we're
said
in
it, guys.
trouble.
He said it. He made the thing.
we are in a lot of trouble if that's not the case, but we are very excited to be here, and obviously there is a lot of buzz around this top 10 as well. Lots of people, debating, who is going to be the #1? Is it going to be Acola? Is it going to be Spargo? And that's usually the top 2 that people have been debating here. But the rest of the top 10, it's still like a whole scramble. Like, we don't know who it's going to be.
Yeah, it's kind of a toss-up. You got people coming from Canada. You got people coming from the older part of the US. You got some Japanese player here and there. And I think I do have an idea of who's going to be around those top 1, 2, 3. But
yeah,
as you said, afterwards it's kind of a, well, you do the math and you tell us.
I mean, yeah, so I think that this season has seen more crossover among the different regions of Smash than any season in Ultimate, any season in Smash 4, because you not only had all the Japanese players coming over for events like Battle of BC, like Crown, you also had, for the first time ever really, a lot of North American players going over to Japan for MySima Top 12, for Delta 4, for Kaguribi 10. So,
yeah, we finally broke the barrier. We got some American Smashers out for once. But, I mean, we've always had onesies, twosies, but we had some big armies kind of show up to a couple of places. So, yeah, definitely a very good time for all of us. I mean, more Smash Bros with top players everywhere is always a good thing. But are you guys ready to get into this top 10?
Yeah, I'm just only surprised you still haven't done a single joke about the European players. So, yeah.
Oh, I mean, since you brought it up, isn't it very funny? EU, more like PU, am I right?
Yeah. Good job, good job. Moving on,
right,
guys.
I take
He
hate
did it.
mail.
He said the joke. We can move on.
I take hate mail at Skip Talks. But anyway, let's get right into this. So let's get this started here. Number 10, who do we got?
Ooh.
And it looks like Yoshidora. Now, Yoshidora, kind of the messiah of the Yoshis, right? He is the chosen one. Every Yoshi main loves watching this guy for good reason. Not for me. But yeah, he's got some great wins. Obviously, Asimo, Kameme, Dabuz, Shuton, plenty of people. Finally traveled overseas too, which is something that we've been wanting to see for a hot minute. And he's only missed top 8 once this entire season, which is crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of people are going to be wondering, like, why is Yoshidora over Gluttony? And they're very similar players this season in that both have only missed top 8 once the entire season. Both took 0 losses to players outside of the top 50. Very similar records against the top 10, with 4-4 for Yoshidora, 5-5 for Gluttony. Similar records against the top 50, Gluttony 15-16, Yoshidora 18-16. But against the top 100, Gluttony was 22-16, Yoshidora 41-16. So that's really where Yoshidora pulls ahead.
Yeah, that did the difference between the two. And what I'm happy about is that we are going to have Yoshidora in Europe, so maybe we can finally see who is going to be the best between Gluttony and him. I think they are going to maybe meet at Terra, so we shall see quite soon, I may say.
Yeah, hopefully.
That tournament is going to be so hype.
Oh yeah, 100%. But
I'll be biased here, so I'm not going to say anything. You know what?
It's okay to be a little bit biased, but I think we should be getting into our next player here. So,
yes.
I mean,
moving on to top 9. Who is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you did there. And it's going to be Shuton.
Yeah. Oh my God, this guy's going crazy on the mic. Let's get him out here. My goodness.
Now, I guess why, again, as you can see here, wins against Kameme, Asimo, Takara, Mutace, Light, Zomba, Miya too. Yeah, this guy has been packing up a punch, and he's been a consistent threat to all the players. Always top 4 win. If I'm correct, tell me. I think he did top 4 in all of his tournament when he was going out of countries, right?
Yes, every single out-of-country appearance he made, he placed in the top 4. And that hasn't slowed down since the mid-year season ended.
Yeah, I think he went 3rd at Flash Factor, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, still going on to that streak. We're moving on to the next season. So perfect here by Shuton. Let's see if it can keep on improving, because I think he was, what, Oh, he was 7th last time. So yeah, I think he's going to stay in that zone for the next few times.
I mean, he's one of the few guys that like gives some of the top players in the game consistent trouble. I know we saw a couple losses there, like Tempa Man, and people kind of, you know, gave him a little bit of flack for that because he's a general 2-2er. But I mean, never doubt the Incineroars, first of all. But yeah, it's Shuton, man. It's Shuton.
Yeah, Tempa Man had the Miya win last year. That guy, best 2-2er in the world.
Take that, Dana. But as we get into our next player, who do we got at number 8?
And you know what?
And that is
Riddles.
going to be Team Liquid's own Riddles. Slowly but surely.
Oh my God, the tear and then the tear.
Oh man, that Terry. I love it!
He might not even need go. If he keeps doing
His Terry's so scary, right?
Look at that smile!
Yeah,
Oh my
I know, dude,
goodness.
he's always got a great time. But the thing is like, this guy is just slowly getting better and better. Every season has been an improvement. Obviously, last season was a big jump, right? Finally, I think cracking the top 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But one of the things that was most impressive recently was actually Collision going down 2-0 to Sonix with the Kazuya, switching over to that Terry and getting the reverse 3-0 in probably one of the most crazy matches of all time.
That was beautiful indeed.
So Riddles is someone who has just gone up consistently throughout Ultimate's lifespan. Every single ranking, he's been higher than he was on the last one. So unranked on the first PGR, 47th on the second PGR, 27th on Orion Rank 2021, 9th on Ult Rank 2022, and now 8th on Lumi Rank 2023 mid-year.
Yeah, and I think you said it earlier. He's the one who, among the US guys, who did travel to Japan, right? Mm-hmm. And he did manage to grab a few wins here and there that did well cement his place in that top 10, in that top 8.
Lots of North American players traveled over to Japan, but of the ones who went to multiple events, only Riddles did well at every single one.
That's right. Oh, we're moving back to top 7 now. Top 7 now, right?
Yep,
Yes.
going into top 7 here.
Let's go to top 7.
DJ. What in the world?
Oh,
Yep.
oh, number 7 is going to be MKLeo. Interesting.
Oh, the dude. When
Yeah.
Dude.
The thing with Leo is that, like, there's 6 people on this ranking above him, but I think there's only 3 people in the world for whom 7th could be considered a bad ranking.
Imagine saying you had a bad season. Oh, well, I'm 7 in the world.
And that's your bad season.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of people thinking that he was going to be lower, but the thing is that with Leo, since he was so dominant for so long, like, an underperformance, we kind of have higher standards for that. So we think that he did a lot worse than he actually did. Winning Genesis, and even without Genesis, he would still be in the top 10 with the 2-2 record on Spargo. Just really solid season all around. Only sub-top 50 loss being Shiny Mark.
But hey, it's
Collision.
Shiny Mark. Still someone.
I mean, the thing is, the Shiny Mark is honestly only sub-top 50 because he just wasn't able to travel enough.
Exactly.
We all know how good of a player he actually is.
And I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of Shiny Mark this upcoming season. So really excited to see if he can maybe crack that.
Likewise. And I want to insist on
year.
something, as you say. He won Genesis. Like, people tend to forget it because afterwards he had Summit and everything. But he won Genesis. That's something to look at.
Yeah.
And the other crazy thing, too, is we were kind of chatting about it earlier, is that there's only been 6 people who have ever been ranked higher than MKLeo, and it's actually the 6 people we have coming up. Like, he's been number 1 for that long, which is just the craziest stat, and, you know, all alone in itself. But
You talk about the 6 people. Maybe it's time to move to top 6?
maybe.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at number 6, huh? Oh, you know that music. Oh, my goodness. I completely forgot about that.
That was crazy.
Honestly, one of the most electrifying players in the game. It does not matter where you look. If light shows up, you're in for a light show, 100%. I mean, there's crazy things about him, too. He's the only player that is notably positive on Sonix. I mean, multiple sets, 5-1 record in this season, 8-1 lifetime. He is the Sonic Slayer, which is honestly kind of crazy to think about.
And as Sonix keeps going up, so that's probably going to become even more important as we go into the end of the year.
Oh, there's a name here I want to say. So I saw it I saw this guy. I saw the Quandel here, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, if there's one guy who did manage to win against Light, it's Quandel Dingle-Littleton. So yeah, Quandel Dingle-Littleton, if you see this is a shout out to you. GG's, man.
He's in the crowd somewhere, I'm pretty sure. I saw him earlier. I think he's probably doing some money matches or something like that.
GG's for the name. Keep it as long as possible. I got you. Don't worry.
Greatest tag in the top 100.
For sure. But we are going to be getting to our top 5. But I do want to give a quick spoiler. I apologize to Tri-State, but BD Bean is not top 5. We can get that out of the way.
Seriously?
But yeah, BD Bean's not top 5. Tri-State, I know they're feeling bad, but that's okay, man. We all know and love our BD Bean. But who do we got next, man?
Yeah, let's move on to 5. Top K-Rool player? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, for top 5 here, we are going to have Luminosity Tweek, moving up 3 spots from 8 last time. And yeah, you can see here, wins against Spargo, Light, Riddles, MKLeo, a lot of good wins and a lot of good placement. You can see first at Let's Make Big Moves, obviously. Ultimate Summit second. Can you add on it?
Yeah, so that Tweek's Let's Make Big Moves was the second best run of any player for the entire season. That was just a very nutty run, win on Spargo. This guy's got great head-to-heads overall.
Yeah, it's across the board.
I got some numbers for you here. Spargo 2-1, Light 3-3, Riddles 2-1, and MKLeo 1-0. He's the only person positive on Spargo, if I'm correct.
He's the only person positive on Spargo with...
Who faced him a few times.
Positive on Spargo by more than 1 set.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah, which is honestly, that's just a crazy stat to even consider here in general. I mean, you look at those wins. Obviously, we can't forget about the infamous loss to Big Duck Hunt Fan 7000. We can't forget about
this
it.
one was good too, I have to admit. I was scared because I saw the Wario face. I thought you were going to talk about gluten again. Like, nah, leave me alone, would you?
No, the thing is I remember when the bracket was shown, Big Duck Hunt Fan, they called their shot. They said, you made a mistake.
Yeah, that was her only tournament in the first half of the year. Really hope we see her at more things in the second half.
I mean, we just need more duck hunts in general. I think
I do agree on that. I do agree.
I mean, Raito, please come back. I mean, that's all I really want to talk about.
Please,
here. But, hey, let's get this moving, huh? Let's not dwell too much on the lack of duck hunts. Let's get into top 4 here. Who is our 4th best player for all LumiRank?
I may have an idea here. And here it is.
And let me tell you, man, it is his world. We got Sonix coming up here, number 4. I remember hearing so much about this guy during the Wi-Fi era. I casted so many of his sets. I saw it in the chat all the time. This guy's never going to make it offline. He is number 4 in the world, one of the most consistent players. Look at that. 4th at Genesis, which is a P tier. 3rd at S+, another first place. The guy is just absolutely unbelievable, right? He only loses, honestly, we've all seen it. The only time he actually loses to players, I feel like when players are playing their absolute best. You can't give less than your best and expect to take a W from this guy.
Hard to agree on that.
7-11 overall record against the top 10, but with that 5-1 record against Light, that's a 6-6 record against everyone else in the top 10.
Right. And the other thing, too, is the only sub-top 50 loss is his training partner, Capitancito. They're very good friends with each other.
Right.
And, that's
I love the banter on Twitter.
Yeah.
I love the banter between the two of them.
And that was at a C tier. HyperX anniversary, 5-year anniversary.
That's man. I don't hear it. I don't hear. I'm not listening. It's a win.
And he still beat Capitancito. They went 2-1 in that tournament.
Yeah.
So.
But I want to insist again, he's the one who does loses to just when you're at the best. Okay, so if we were to do a rerun, you could be sure that he would just adapt. He's one of the most mathematic players we have around. You know the vibe, right? I mean, you know the vibe. Right? Let's go with that. You know the vibe, but you also know what comes after. Before 4, we are going on to the top 3, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to the top 3 this season? Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, again, the top 3 this season is going to be Miya here. Miya, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. So, there were 22 tournaments on LumiRank this season. So there were 6 players who won a single major. Shuton won 2 majors, Spargo won 3 majors, Acola won 4 majors. Miya won 5 majors this season.
Yeah, you're talking about win majors, which is also I think the player with the most top 8 in majors. I think around 11 out of 13 I counted. And if you go and look around his sets, you will see that he's 10-0 against Asimo, 3-1 against Riddles. He's, I think, the only player with like a positive record. Like Acola is the only player with a positive record against him. We have several sets played.
That sounds right. I don't have the numbers off the top of my head.
Dude, look at that, though. Look at that 10 wins.
Let's not slander Ashimo there. It's 10-1. It's 10-1.
He's raw. Don't get me wrong.
I just saw a double digit. I was like, oh, that's a lot of numbers.
They play often. That's all that number means is that they play a lot. But that's a 10-1 record.
I'm also pleased to see him.
Finally took a set at Adult Core.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Now, I'm also pleased to see Miya moving around a bit more because this is the kind of player that does have one of those characters you don't see much besides Meister. I think Game & Watch is not seen that much. Even in Europe, we don't have a single Game & Watch. See, so yes,
God bless you.
Stop it. So yeah, having him move around is just a big opportunity to players to just face him and get the matchup knowledge. And well, let's see again. Who do we have in top 2 now?
Well,
this is going to be interesting because this is the big tension zone there.
This is the hottest debate I think we've ever had in Ultimate when it comes to rankings. And we're about to find out right now who is the number 2. Let's take a look.
Moment of truth.
Obviously, you get the 2 of them. Okay. So who is it? Who is it between the 2?
It's Spargo.
It's Spargo.
It's Spargo.
It's Spargo, man. The Spargo. Again, man, just barely missing out on that number 1 spot. But I swear, every time he misses number 1, he plays that much better the next tournament. So we could be in for an absolute, showstopper tournament this time around.
Scored 98.5. I think y'all can guess what Acola's score is going to be.
Well, the thing is that the crazy thing here too is just to go show how well Acola, how important of a win that is. Spargo is the only player with a positive record on Acola at 5-0, playing more than 1 set.
Yes.
Which is insane to think about, right? And only losing 1 record is against Tweek, if I'm not mistaken.
And Sky J.
There's also the 1-2 negative record against SkyJ, and a few other negative records with only 1 set played, but really strong. Like, the only reason he's number 2 is the sheer dominance that the number 1 had at all the tournaments Spargo didn't go to.
The number 1? Who is he?
What the suspense is insoutenable. I don't know who it is. I am honestly shaking on my seat.
It's me. I'm number 1.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not, man. And we all know who the number 1 spot is going to be coming up here.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Time maybe for the reveal. Who is going to top 1 in this season, ladies and gentlemen?
Yoshidora が見ている。ダス攻撃飛びに対して差し返して。
Without a surprise, top 1 of LumiRank is going to be Acola.
Yep.
I mean,
well deserved.
He didn't miss a single top 8 this season. He got only 10 losses, if I'm correct, this season. Half of them are for Spargo.
10 losses. Yeah.
And he won 6 majors, right?
He won 4 majors. So worst placement of 7th at Genesis, 2nd at the other 2 premier events, and 4 majors won. The big thing that sets Acola apart from Spargo has 5 losing records, 6 even records. Acola, 0 even records, and 2 losing records. The 0-5 against Spargo and the 0-1 against Mutes.
Yeah, and the 0-1, you have to remember, again, this is 1 single set they played together, so we don't even know what's going to happen next.
And a lot of people are going to be wondering, well, Spargo and Acola, these 2 were close. How close were they? So, could a single set have swung it? Well, you can make Acola lose Game 5 to Protobanum at Special Ultimate Summit 6, be eliminated at 5th place, he loses his best tournament of the season, and then he's 2nd.
Okay.
However, that's not changing the outcome of 1 set because then you're eliminating 4 other sets. So, if Spargo reset the bracket at Gommel and still lost the reset, he would still be 2nd.
Okay, so Acola does have a strong lead, right?
Yeah.
If Spargo reset the bracket at Gommel and won the reset, it would be extremely close.
Okay, so, oh my goodness. Isn't it what they call the multiverse?
Spargo would be #1 by just a hair in that scenario.
Oh my god.
And of course,
well,
there's another super major that's happened since then. Smash Factor. Spargo won over Sonix. Is he #1 right now?
Technically.
After Smash Factor? I haven't ran the numbers. I don't know. However,
this guy is doing the teasing for next season. I can recognize it from here.
Oh my god, the cliffhanger.
He's good. He's good.
I expect it's close enough that whichever of them does better this weekend has the lead for
the season, upcoming season, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for the numbers. And yes, it may be time to look at the whole thing. Can we have a recap of the whole top 10, sorry. There we have it.
Yeah.
On top 1, we'll have Acola. Top 2, Spargo. Top 3, Miya. I said it right this time. 4 is going to be Sonix. 5, Tweek. 6, Light. 7, MKLeo. 8, Riddles. 9, Shuton. And 10, Yoshidora. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the top 10 of LumiRank for this season.
Yeah. This is a solid top 10 too, man. All these players played amazing the entire time. It's still crazy to me that the most contested, most controversial possible 1-2 placement here is also just that close. Like, there is just that small of a difference. But I mean, that just means, honestly, I think the future of Ultimate's super bright. We're still going to be super competitive for a hot minute. Even if it's just these two battling back and forth, trading #1. Like, you know how sick that would be?
I'm here for it.
I'm all here for it. Again, this is like the second one, the second tournament that's not in the ranking. We had Smash Factor already. We have now SmashCon. We talked about Terra a bit, but I think there's a few numbers here and there that may change afterwards. And there are so many big tournaments coming up in the season. Like, please wait on your seat and see what's going to happen in the next month.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with that, I think we are done for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for following us all day long. We are giving you a good invitation to join us tomorrow for the first part of the single of Smash Ultimate and Smash Melee, if I'm correct. So all the big tournaments are going to happen tomorrow, and you're in for a good weekend of Super Smash Bros.
Yeah. I'm going to be in Koni's Dandori Battle Invitational tomorrow.
Oh, that's gonna be dope.
Oh yeah.
We got a whole bunch of creator stuff actually happening this weekend.
Yeah, I was talking about the serious stuff, but
what stream is that all gonna be on?
There's so many fun side events. So that will be on Koni's channel at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
I do have the little planet here.
With me, with Shuton, with DeBuzz, with Mars.
Kiwi.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kiwi's a fan favorite right now. I was going through all the contestants, and people like there were so many people just saying, "Let's go Kiwi." Obviously, Kiwi's a sweetheart, so I mean,
we shall see.
I get it.
It's at 1 p.m., right?
Yes.
1 p.m.
Okay.
I don't think she's touched the game yet, so
she said
best of luck
she's
to
played
her.
one Dandori battle.
One Dandori battle
with a friend, but she believes in her Pikmin fundies. So
we shall see.
We'll see.
Other than that, I don't think we have anything else, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you again for following us. It's been a joy to be there today, and we see you guys tomorrow, if I'm correct. Cheers!
Enjoy Smash Factor.